We seem to be live with no live indicator here. Does anybody see the live indicator?
I do.
Okay, thank you. And here we go. Don't worry, we'll trim that off.
It's so funny.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So glad to see so many people popping into the room. Happy Monday, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. We're really glad to see you today. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. We are excited this week to be hosting another partnership week with the Institute of Musical Traditions and Carpe Diem Arts. Greetings to everybody out there on Facebook Live. We're glad you've joined us today. And hello to all of the gang in the room today, to David Eisner of the Institute of Musical Traditions, to Katie Abadou, who's running the tech for us today from Carpe Diem Arts, Dan and Claudia Zanes, who are singing for us today. And hello to everybody else. Hi, Bob in Massachusetts, and Aloysius, also Mass. Hello, Deborah in Kentucky in your car. Please don't look down. Hello, Betsy in Washington Revels. Glad to see you today. Hi, Amy Appleton. Nice to have you today. Becky, nice to see you today. Coming in from Vancouver. Dan in Virginia. Trish in British Columbia. Hello to Al, already jamming on his guitar. Hi to Susan in Ohio, and Ann in Victoria, and Deli in Maryland. Hello to Phoebe, nice to have you with us today. And Randy, glad you're back again. I think Pittsburgh. Hello to Claire in Boise, Idaho. Glad you're with us today. Sheila in Florida, good to see you. Julie in Ontario, nice to have you. Dennis coming in from Vancouver. That's the Ubuntu Choirs Network. Thank you for being here today. Kevin in New Hampshire, hello, glad to see you. Hello to Annette in California, and Hindi in Toronto, and Dick in Victoria. Hello to Arlene in California, and Karen in Oregon. Hi, Sarah in Texas. Hello, Peter and Janet in Toronto. Hello, Anna Alter coming in from Maine. She is a Pinewoods board member. Glad to have you today. Hello to Bonnie and Ione coming in Michigan. Glad to see you today. And tomorrow might be a special day for Ione that we're excited about. Hello to Susan in Seattle, Luda in Victoria, Anne in Maryland, Carolyn in Idaho, Jamie in Victoria, Dion in Mass, Kathy in Virginia. Hello, Storm in Mass. Hello, Suzanne. Nice to see you. Lisa in Indiana. Sandy in Maryland. Hello, Busy Graham in a car. Be careful, you're not driving. Hello to Gwen. Nice to see you today. Beth, glad you're here. Fred from the DC Labor Chorus. Hello, Peggy. Nice to have you today. Gary in Mass. Hello, Elise Witt, one of our singers coming in from Georgia. Glad you're here today. Christiana, hello, coming in from Rockville. Also one of our singers. Janet Braun, nice to see you today. Glad you're here. And Tom in Victoria, hello. Lynn in Connecticut, Carol also Connecticut, and Margaret, nice to see you today. Lots of folks in their car today. It must be like a really busy day in the universe. And for all the folks who are not on video, Kat and Mommy in New Jersey, and Jay and Barbara and Amos and Anne and Adrian and Laura and Cricket and Catherine and Laura and Tuki and Hannah and Miriam and Caroline and Joni. I am so glad to see all of you today. Everybody please join me in taking a really deep breath. Welcome to all 75 of us, and to everyone else who's out there on Facebook Live. We're really glad that all of you could sing with us today. It is an exciting week. We have lots of great musicians on deck for the week, and I'm going to begin today with a couple quick announcements. The lyrics will be in the chat. My email, as always, in the chat if you want to join our mailing list. There is a donate link in the chat if you're able to help donate and keep the program going. All of the money that comes in goes directly to the artists who lead us in song. And I want to thank again the two entities that are producing this week, so the Institute of Musical Traditions and Carpe Diem Arts. And I'm going to begin by introducing to you David Eisner, who is the founder and the executive director of the Institute of Musical Traditions, an organization I've been affiliated with for many decades. And David is in Tacoma Park, Maryland, as am I, and as his beautiful House of Musical Traditions store, which he owns and also founded. An incredible, if you are in Tacoma Park and you've never been there or in the area, you must go. And if you've been there, you already know all this. And if you're from anywhere else in the globe, when you come visit me, I'm taking you because it's one of my favorite places to spend time. You can touch things and you can hear things and you can experience a range of instruments and musical journeys unlike any other store I've ever been in. David, I'm so glad you're here with us today. I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce today's artists. Glad to have you.
Well, thank you so much, Joe. That was one heck of an introduction. Listen, I was writing down all the names of the people. Can you repeat the fourth person, the 35th person's name, and I think the 71st? I still need to, I got them almost except for those. That's pretty incredible. Woo, and they're coming from all over the place too. You know, I had a little bit of skepticism when you twisted my arm so bad that my elbow still hurts. But this is wonderful. What a community you guys have here. This is amazing. You know, it's like, I think I know what's going on, and then you come into my life and say, hey, what about this? So this is thrilling. And then you said the first artists you're going to introduce are Dan and Claudia Zanes. I said, of course. And we had a little bit of time to chat beforehand in our momentary sound check, which went very well, as you're about to hear. And this is pretty spectacular. You know, Grammy award winning and able to reach the kids market. I actually looked at some of the comments on some of the, let's say, older when, as Dan said, in his brown haired days, and some of the comments were, oh my God, my kid who's like turning 5 listens to you all the time. I can't believe it's the same band, and same Dan. And I think that's wonderful to be able to reinvent your music with, obviously, as Claudia entered your life, Dan, things became amazing. They became bilingual. They became justice oriented. And, this is so important. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, and certainly to the people listening, they're going, yeah, Dave, we know that, but there's a lot of people that don't quite get it yet. And it's Dan and Claudia are doing a job to get into the young minds and educate them so that when they become adult minds, they'll say, well, of course, we understand. So that's it. That's my intro. I would say, take us away. I know most people came to hear Joe read that list of people, and they're probably tuning out, but hang in, because you're going to get some really amazing entertainers. And off we go. We ready?
All right. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, David.
We are so happy to be here. Nice to see you all. Those of you who are
Yes.
driving, please be safe. And we have a special song for you today. This song is called, for those of you who don't know, I'm of Haitian descent. My family comes from the island of Haiti. So this song is partly in English and also partly in Haitian Creole. So we're going to learn the Creole part, which is the chorus, and that's the part you'll be singing. The song is called Kilé m'apwe ou encore, which means, when will I see you again? Okay? Kilé m'apwe ou encore. I'll say it a little slowly so you can practice with me. Okay? The first part is Kilé map. Yeah. Kilé m'apwe ou.
Kilé m'apwe ou.
Yes. Kilé m'apwe ou encore. Kilé m'apwe ou encore. All right. And that is the chorus. Those of you who don't know Haitian culture, speaking the language is like music. If you hear Haitians speak, you think they're singing. So it's a beautiful language. Sing it with us. This is Kilé m'apwe ou encore.
Seasons change, the world is turning.
Kilé m'apwe ou encore.
Through every day, the heart is learning.
Kilé m'apwe ou encore. Kilé m'apwe ou encore. When autumn leaves are slowly falling. Kilé m'apwe ou encore. The hunger of the earth is calling.
Kilé m'apwe
ou encore. Kilé m'apwe ou encore. Kilé m'apwe ou encore.
winter when the snow is scheming.
Kilé m'apwe ou encore.
Below the ground, mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko.
In spring the dreams will bloom and wonder.
Kilé mapweu onko.
And lift the spell that we were under.
Kilé mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko. Gold of summers for the spending. Kilé mapweu onko. Knowing that these days are ending. Kilé mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko. When the sun is asking when, the rain is asking when, the moon at night wonders when will I see you again.
Seasons change, the world is turning.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Through every day, the heart is yearning.
Kilé mapweu onko onko.
Chérie, moi,
Kilé mapweu onko.
je m'en vais well, je m'en vais well.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Tout cœur m'a placé.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Way I'll be well encore.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Petite fille, moi, petit garçon, moi.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Oui, qu'il aime ma well encore.
Kilé mapweu onko.
Qu'il est encore, encore.
Kilé mapweu onko onko. Kilé mapweu onko onko.
Thank you. Merci en fil.
That was amazing.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, thank you.
It's on our and it's on our new record
Yeah.
on Smithsonian Folkways coming out in September.
Yeah, so we wrote that song. So again, it's Haitian Creole for When Will I See You Again. 2020, as we know, has been such a challenging year, right? We all know we are not able to see the people that we would love to see on a regular basis. My mother-in-law's and she's up in New England. My parents are out in California. So it was just it's a song that really just brings about that love and that yearning to see the people in our community that we care for so much.
Yeah, it's very
Beautiful.
true. Very true. You know, that the vocal stylings in that song reminded me of Miriam Makeba singing with Paul Simon. There's a great YouTube video, and the two of you, it's sort of Paul, in this case Dan, sort of dancing underneath on the guitar and the vocal, and then Miriam, Claudia, kind of setting the thing that everybody can roll along with, and kind of taking us from our living room couches to the to some far off distant land. And that's a really, I mean, it hit me right away. I don't know if you guys have, meaning Claudia and Dan, if you've seen that video, but you really should. It's from the live concerts when Paul was touring with the Graceland tour.
All right.
But yeah, that's good company. That's good company. Maybe you guys taught Paul that. I don't know. Maybe you did. But it's really, it's a wonderful sound.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, hey, Joe, thank you for pulling me into this thing, because I'm kind of clueless, and now I got two new stars to follow. You know, so, I think is this the point where I say, should we do that chorus again a little bit, or my?
Not quite, because this is the point where I'm actually going to say that the lyrics of that song and the notion that we are wanting to see each other, see our community or be in a community, like, here we go, everybody. This is the moment. Let's all look at each other. Everybody look at everybody. Everybody wave to everybody. Find your folks in this room, the ones you don't know, the ones you do know, the ones that you've been saying hi to in this room for over 365 days at this point. Hello. Oh, I see we got some new folks in the room since I said hi. So hi to Thomasina, and hello to Tuki. You've got your camera on now, and Kat, you've got your camera on. Great to see you all. And to a few more folks, Kirsten and Jill, who came in. This is it, gang. This is our community, and we're so, so lucky to have all of us in this room. It's such a pleasure to see Janet and Peter percussing along again to Dan and Claudia's song, or Al playing along, and everybody singing along. It was just completely beautiful today. I'm so grateful for all of you and for all of your presence in this place. Yeah, that was a perfect song, actually, for a Monday and for starting off a week. Dan and Claudia, do you guys want to say anything else about anything, about the song, about how you're feeling these days, about the Smithsonian recording?
Yeah, I think we could jump in and just say, we were just reflecting last week about how grateful we are to be a part of this community. That's one thing for sure. Is just when we were first introduced to you all at the Earth Day, when Busy Graham invited us to be a part of the Earth Day celebration in 2020. It was. I think this has been a big part of what living in Baltimore has been. What's made living in Baltimore exciting for us is to sort of be in proximity, even though you're all over the place, really. But to Carpe Diem and Washington Revels, and so we're just expressing some gratitude to be a part of the community. And I'll just do the plug that I always do, which is to welcome anybody who identifies as white to come to Constructive White Conversations. It's a growing anti-racist community. A number of you have already attended. I know Joe Rassi, I don't know, I'm sorry, Joe, but in our mind, you're Joe Rascal. That's your showbiz name. It's stuck.
I love it.
But Joe's been with us, as have a number of you, and so I just want to welcome everybody to Constructive White Conversations. It's small group sharing. It's it's a way to sort of develop a positive white anti-racist identity in community. And I know that white supremacy conditioning, if I go up against it on my own, it's too big for me. I need to be in anti-racist community in order to work through this stuff and really find my sense of purpose and usefulness in dismantling the oppressive systems that surround us. So that's an invitation for all white folks. And there is one on Wednesday. The Baltimore group is gathering. If you go to constructivewhiteconversations.org, you can RSVP and come see what it's all about. While I'm doing that, Claudia's upstairs making the most incredible soap.
Yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you to this community as well. Y'all have shown such tremendous support of my soap business. For those of you who don't know, I am a handmade artisan soap maker. All natural ingredients, making it from scratch. I'm talking cocoa butter, shea butter, melting everything down and making soap by hand. So for those of you who are curious, I encourage you to look at my website. It's cleosoaps.com. I have lots of sets for Mother's Day. So yeah, check it out.
Thank you. That is so amazing. And the way my brain works, where my brain never stops working, basically, and everyone in the room has been the recipient of what that means. So maybe I'm seeing the 2022 in-person soap making class with Claudia Zanes. And yeah, okay. So there we go. Everybody's got something to look forward to. We're going to have to plan everyone's plane tickets around a series of things. We're going to have to compress all into 1 week, and then everybody can show up and you can all stay at my house. All right. So I do want to shout out a couple of other things before we switch gears. So the CWC that Dan is talking about. So thank you, Dan, for the reminder to RSVP, because I have, in fact, mentioned that I was going to be there and then not been able to get in the room because I forgot to RSVP. So if anybody's planning on joining us on Wednesday, please do. For those of you who've been in this room with us for something close to 365 days, you know that when George Floyd was murdered, we really refocused our lens on racial and social justice in a big way. And we've had some racial justice discussions in here, both in this room and separately. And really the right place to go, I think, is to Dan's Constructive White Conversations, because it's 20 years old. Is that right?
It's 10 years old.
10 years old. It's 10 years old, and it is simply amazing. And it's a place where we can go. We can all be there in community, so we can bring our own community into there and meet again and talk more there. So I hope you'll join us, whoever is able. And there was something else I was going to say, and I totally don't remember. So David Eisner, I'm going to turn it over to you so that you can say the magic line.
Well, okay, folks, here it comes. I've been rehearsing this. Deep breath, ready to go. Claudia and Dan, would it be possible for you to do the chorus a few more times for those of us that are slow on the uptake? And we're going to finally pick this up, and we're going to bellow it out.
Why, of course, David.
Right.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you so much.
you're doing really well, man. I think you were born for this role. I think you're in the process of reinventing yourself now too.
Yep, I said to my Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a musician. My dad said, well, you can't do both.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Joe
Yes.
Rascal. Thank you, Katie, and thank you, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here with you all,
Absolutely.
with Claudia.
All right, y'all, here we go. Kilé mapwe ou encore.
Seasons change, the world is turning. Kilé mapwe ou encore. Through every day, the heart is learning. Kilé mapwe ou encore, encore. Kilé mapwe ou encore.
When autumn leaves are slowly falling,
Kilé mapwe ou encore.
the hunger of the earth is calling.
Kilé mapwe ou encore, encore. Kilé mapwe ou encore, encore. Kilé mapwe ou encore, encore. Kilé mapwe ou encore, encore.
Thank you so much, Dan and Claudia, for all of that
Thank
beauty.
you.
Speaking of beauty, I do remember what the other thing I was going to say is that lots of you know that we recently were sending cards to Leah Gilmore, whose husband, Leah's one of our singers, our song leaders in the room. Her husband passed of COVID recently, and we sent her cards, and she wrote me a beautiful note, which I will post in the chat tomorrow, about what this community meant to her in terms of the support she got from getting cards from us. And she sends her love to everyone in the room. And I just want to thank all of you for making Leah feel honored and thought of at a time that's obviously incredibly tough and beyond tough. And I'm also going to shout out Kevin Ennis, who put something in the chat along the lines of, this is to David Eisner really, but like, what are you kidding? She has it all memorized, which I really love. Kevin, you got that right. I so have it memorized. I have you all memorized. And the only thing I don't have memorized is that Dennis Donnelly actually is in Victoria and not Vancouver, like I say every day. Thank you, Dennis. I love all you guys so much. Let's all give another big thank you to Dan and Claudia for joining us today and bringing this loveliness to us. Please join us tomorrow. There might be someone in this room who might be turning 102 tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow for a happy birthday to somebody. And I want to thank you all, and thank you again for being here. Thanks, Dan and Claudia. Thanks again, Katie, for the tech. Thanks again to David for co-hosting so beautifully. Can't wait to see you tomorrow in the same role. Deborah, or the next day, whichever day it is. Deborah, thanks for being here. And Betsy, thank you. Becky and Dan and Trish and Al. Thank you, Susan and Deli and Phoebe and Randy and Sheila and Julie. Oh, and everybody on Facebook Live. Dennis and Kevin and Annette and Dick and Arlene and Karen and Peter and Janet and Anna and Bonnie and Ione and Susan and Luda, Anne, Carolyn, Dion, Kathy, Storm, Sandy, Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Art, still in the car. Lots of love to you, Beth and Fred, Peggy and Gary and Carol and Tom. Thank you. Sid and Claire and Jamie and Anne and Bob and a cinnamon bear and Suzanne. I like when I say cinnamon bear, then the cinnamon bear dances. Suzanne and Caroline and Thomasina, great to have you. Brian, Thomasina's still dancing, I love it. And Janet, that probably means Al is also still playing. Let's see, who else do we have? Lynn and Annie and Christiana and Bob, good to see you guys again. And Kat, thanks for being here. And folks off video, Aloysius and Cricket and Hannah and Jill and Tuki. And if I missed anybody, I am so sorry. Brian, I'm not sure if I said goodbye to Brian and Janet. And Lynn, great to see you all. Caroline, thank you. Jamie, can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Please join us again for more great music. And thanks again. Lots of love to everybody. Bye, Dick. Bye, Annette. Bye, Storm. See you, Gary. Oh, right. Bye, Facebook Live. That's the part where I'm supposed to say goodbye to Facebook Live and actually turn them off. Facebook Live, we'll miss you until tomorrow.